Initializing.
Welcome to the last lesson on coding without AI assistance. You learned a lot, but there's still a lot to learn when it comes to coding. We've designed the coding, but AI section in such a way that when you do generate code, it will also explain the code for you so you can continue learning coding, but at the same time, create finished and well-designed projects with AI without knowing everything about programming right away. So I want to talk a little bit more about libraries before we are finishing this lesson and section. And I want to talk about the WS2812 LED. And what makes this extremely nice is that this LED can give you any color under the rainbow. Secondly, you can connect hundreds of these LEDs together and you can address each one separately. And thirdly, it's nice and bright, so you can use it in many different situations. So the library to use will be if you click on your library button to the right and type fastLate in the library manager's search box, it will come up with your fastLate library. I already installed it, but you can click on install and it will useful for you. If you click on more info, you will be taken to the library page and it will show you how to use this library. So this library do have many different options that you can use. Let me just go back to have Sketch. To use a library, use include. And this library will expect a couple of variables and settings. The first one will be how many LEDs will you use and what is the pins that the LED is connected to and things like that. This comes from the examples directory. So if you go files, examples, you go all the way to the bottom. I think second from the bottom is a lot of examples on how to use this library. I just used the big one, meaning it's for one LED that will blink on and off. And this, of course, is all comments. The example code is always full of comments to help you understand how these examples work. And in this case, you can switch on the LED and you put in the specific LED you want to switch on, and you can say black, which will mean it's off. Or you can say red, which will mean it's off. So you'll have a flashing red LED collate on your training board. Now, you can also just use RGB colors to use any color you can imagine. RGB colors is often used when you do graphic design. You can create really any color you like. So I just wanted to mention this so you know about libraries, because when you're going to generate code, but AI, it will very often include a library, and you'll have to make sure that the library is installed on your computer, else you will have a fire when you try to compile this sketch. All right, so that is it. A couple of last minute things is when you're going to code with AI, always look at the code, learn from it, look at the bottom of the code generated in AI. It will explain to you exactly how to use things. And then the last thing to do is to ask questions. Once the code ran, ask it, well, what does this mean? What does that mean? And the AI engine will explain very nicely in detail what these commands are and how to use them in your code. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of coding. The code that you've learned is the code that you will most of the time use. You find that you'll always use analog, always use digital, always use if, for loops, and things like that. So that's it. I'll see you in the next lesson when we start working with AI.
Initializing.